2023 was an amazing year for movies. After over a decade of growing franchise fatigue and a worldwide pandemic that looked like it may kill the movie industry forever, I think we are finally able to declare that the movies are back. Through 2023, the box office has been booming with new and original ideas, and some of our finest auteurs have come back to give the people some of their best work. There's a lot of takeaways from the film industry over the last year, but the thing that will make 2023 memorable for me is that this is the year that marked the return of the movie star. Over the past 15 years, the idea of what a movie star is has been slowly dying. The movie stars of the 90s and 2000s have all aged out of their young leading roles and have evolved into their legendary and elder statesman personas. The only problem is that the next crop of young up-and-coming actors haven't seized the open positions and left the future of mainstream film faceless. As the MCU and other franchises took over the film industry, the need for movie stars was lessened because it was the roles of the franchises that they were connected to that were the main draw to get people in the seats. You can say that Chris Evans is one of the biggest movie stars that we've had this past decade, but in reality it's Captain America that's the star of the franchise, and Chris Evans has not cemented himself in the public eye's consciousness as much as the character has. And don't take it from me, Anthony Mackie is literally an Avenger, and here's what he had to say about the state of movie stars in Hollywood back in 2018. There are no movie stars anymore. Anthony Mackie isn't a movie star. The Falcon is a movie star. And that's what's weird. It used to be with Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Stallone and Schwarzenegger. You went to the movies, you went to see a Stallone movie, you went to see a Schwarzenegger movie. Now you go see X-Men. So the evolution of the superhero has meant the death of the movie star. 2019 marked the moment that the bubble popped for the industry. The MCU's Avengers Endgame finished up the franchise's prime run, and COVID came soon after to throw the entire industry on its head. It's taken a few years to shake out what the future may hold for the industry, but I think 2023 marked the first year of a new era of film. Let me give you some stats so you know I'm not just bullshitting here. The top 3 movies at the worldwide box office in 2023 were Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Super Mario Bros. Even though 2 of these will probably spawn sequels of their own, these 3 movies themselves are not sequels, nor are they remakes. That may not seem like a big deal, but the last time that the top 3 movies at the box office were neither sequels or remakes was all the way back in 2001. That year gave us the first film in the Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings franchises, and then the very next year gave us the first Spider-Man film, and those 3 franchises became titans of the next decade of film, and set the tone for what every other studio was trying to accomplish. So from 2001 to 2022, sequels and remakes were running the entire industry, and it makes up the franchise era of film history. Now that this franchise era is past its reign of dominance, it left room for so many new and original ideas to thrive in theaters. Let's start off with the biggest movie of the year, Barbie. Margot Robbie has been one of the few true movie stars of the last decade, but she needed Barbie more than you may realize. Outside of supporting roles in films like The Wolf of Wall Street and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she made herself a household name with her iconic portrayal of Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad films. But she had yet to really prove that she can carry a film to financial success outside of the franchise machine. Think about it. Her last 2 movies were Babylon, which was a flop, and Amsterdam, which was also a flop. So Barbie was her first true big success. And it's a good old-fashioned movie star picture, built off the charisma and persona of its lead actress. And Margot wasn't the only star who blossomed in Barbie land. Ryan Gosling, who played Ken, completely stole the show for everyone who saw the movie. Gosling has been a pretty steady movie star over the past 20 years, ever since his role in The Notebook. He's showed a pretty wide range in a variety of great movies, from Drive to La La Land to The Nice Guys. But Barbie outgrossed his most successful film before this more than 3 times over. And again, it was a classic movie star role, singing, dancing, and being as charming as can be. The range of 2023 movie stardom doesn't stop with the box office smashes either. Some of the biggest movie stars have been able to take creative risks that paid off with some of the most artistically respected works of their careers. Gosling's frequent co-star has been Emma Stone, an actress who has been slowly building up possibly the best resume of any actor under 40. Her role as Bella in Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things is one of the most remarkable acting performances I have ever seen. She toes the line of comedy and tragedy effortlessly, mixing slapstick humor with shades of Boris Karloff from the original Frankenstein films. This role, and the film in general, was a risk that only a true movie star could take. There's no other actress ever that I could see playing this character as well as she did, and that's a testament to both her incredible skill as an actor, but also her movie star it factor. One of Stone's contemporaries is Jennifer Lawrence, who was the queen of the franchise era for a while, with main roles in the X-Men and Hunger Games franchises. She had an incredibly successful first decade of her career, but after the release of the abysmal X-Men Dark Phoenix, she took a couple years off. She returned as part of the ensemble cast for Don't Look Up, and then to lead the smaller drama Causeway, but in 2023 she might have found her movie star sweet spot with the film No Hard Feelings. Most of her roles before this have been stoic leading ladies, and while she's great in most of them, it felt like her greatest strengths were not being utilized. A large part of what makes movie stars pop is their personas off-screen, on red carpets and interviews, and Jennifer Lawrence always seemed like she was way more charismatic and comedic than her roles let her be, and No Hard Feelings changed that, channeling the golden age of studio comedies and letting her go all out and make one of the best comedies of the decade, all on her shoulders. This year also saw the next generation of young movie stars take claim to the throne for the future. Timothée Chalamet has been the #1 draft pick for movie stars of the future for a few years now, and he recently put on the iconic hat and became Wonka, following in the footsteps of legendary movie stars Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp before him. This role is huge in building his movie star brand, because it not only associates him with an iconic character, but it also shows off his range, tackling a comedy and musical at the same time. Jacob Elordi is another young actor who's been leveling up his stardom, joining Austin Butler on the Elvis to movie star pipeline, and then being in one of the most talked about movies of the past few months with Saltburn. The Dune franchise feels like it's the movie star maker of this generation, with Florence Pugh and Austin Butler joining Chalamet and Zendaya in the film sequel, which is releasing in 2024. These 4 young actors all feel like they'll be making great films for decades to come, and along with a number of other talented actors that I haven't even mentioned, the future looks bright. It's impossible to know what the future holds in any industry, but things usually move in trends and often go in cycles. And as we close the chapter on the era of franchise entertainment, I'd like to welcome everyone to the era that the movie star returns. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, that is greatly appreciated. I know the channel's been a little all over the place in its first few months, but I'm starting to find my groove with it. I became inspired to write this video in the middle of watching Poor Things in the theater last week. I was just awestruck by that performance by Emma Stone. To me, this was a great year for movies. I hope you guys enjoyed most of it as much as I did. Let me know down in the comments who is your favorite movie star right now. Which actors are you going to see no matter what? I got a pretty stacked schedule for both of my channels coming up these next few months, so I got a lot more planned for you guys. Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay deaf. Thanks for watching.